Thinking about tomorrow, don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Why not think about the times to come and not about the things that you've done? If your life was bad to you, just think about tomorrow will do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. A little while. I know you don't believe that it's true. I never meant any harm to you. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back.
Good morning, Unity of Gaithersburg, on this beautiful, beautiful, crisp Sunday morning. Welcome into our cyberspace. We are so glad that you are here joining us, and I am so grateful for the wonderful behind-the-scenes people who are making all this possible, that we get to come and join you in your living room. And so let us call up this feeling of gratitude today. And I invite you to put your hand on your heart as we open with prayer. Where prayer centers us, prayer grounds us, prayer reminds us that we are all connected. Prayer reminds us of our inherent wholeness, our inherent wisdom, and of course, our joy and our love. And so this day, I know that we are all connected energetically, for there is no separation. And this day, as we come together in joy and gratitude to lift up one another, to lift up our planet and our fellow humans, we open our hearts and our minds to uplifting, to giving, to loving. And this day we are so, so grateful. And so it is. Amen. And now Lorna is going to come up and share our transformational opportunities.
Thank you, Edie. Good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to be here. Good morning. This week's transformational opportunities are also detailed in our community newsletter. Receive next week's edition by sharing your email with us. Let's put Unity of Gaithersburg on our Christmas list. You can stop by Unity of Gaithersburg to give or participate online. Our sanctuary Christmas tree is decorated with envelopes marked with a specific dollar amount for the general fund or the Campus Rejuvenation Fund. As you feel led to support, simply choose an envelope, fill the envelope you've chosen with the dollar amount indicated on the front, and then place the envelope in the silver box next to the tree. Instructions are included on the envelope on how you can donate with a credit card. You can also participate online at unityofgaithersburg.org. Thank you in advance for your generous hearts expressing. Our community is blessed by this abundance that will expand our ability to serve. The giving tree will remain up until Sunday, January 10th. Want to delve into the Hebrew Bible? Join Jane McCarthy as she leads a class on overview of the Hebrew Scriptures on Saturdays, January 2nd through January 30th, from 1 to 3 p.m. on Zoom. This class is offered for a love offering and for SEE credit. To register, go to our newsletter or website. Mark your calendar for more special services coming up. Next Sunday, January 3rd, we will have our annual White Stone Ceremony, where you will discern a new spiritual name for the upcoming year. You will write a letter from that new name as well. Our 12 Powers Plus One service is the following Sunday, where you will discern what specific attribute of your divine nature is being called forth to support you in 2021. What an inspiring way to bring in the new year here at Unity of Gaithersburg. We look forward to sharing these special services with you and your dear ones on our YouTube channel. Remember our Zoom happenings during this time of no in-person activities. Hump Day Happy Hour will resume Wednesday, January 6th from 5 to 6 p.m. And join us for our next prayer circles and experience a spiritual renewal. Our next prayer circles are Sunday, January 3rd at 12:30 p.m. or Thursday, December 10th at noon. To join these events, email admin@unityofgaithersburg.org to receive the link. See you soon. And now, please center yourselves as we reflect together on today's daily word. Our focus today is awaken. I'm going to repeat that. Our focus today is awaken. And our affirmation is, I surrender my perceived limitations and awaken to my inner wisdom. Let's just take a moment and breathe on that. Awareness is the key to transformation. When I become aware of self-limiting thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and habits, I take a giant step toward awakening to my potential. Each time I observe a pattern of self-limitation, I gently surrender it and open to my inner wisdom. Turning my attention inward, I listen to my guidance in all that I do. I am mindful and intentional as I make choices that support my highest good. If I drift into old patterns, I realign myself and praise my growth and transformation. I accept the challenge to change my thoughts and my life. I encourage myself with positive affirmations. I give thanks for each step in my spiritual growth as I awaken to the wisdom, love, and power of my divine nature. And from Psalms 57:8, we're reminded, awake, my soul, I will awake the dawn. And now, this is our time for meditation.
So in this moment, we breathe. We allow the breath to bring us back every minute to this moment. We breathe deeply together. And as we breathe, we remember. We remember our wholeness. We remember our connection. We remember our wisdom. As we breathe, we remember our strength and our courage. We remember our divinity. As we breathe, let every cell drink in this knowing. As we breathe deeply, we nourish our body. We nourish our spirits. For the breath is our gift of the present moment. Our breath is the gift of awareness. As we breathe, we know. We let the breath remind us that we know deep in our bones, in every fiber of our being, we know. We know that we know that we know. For we can breathe. And we can allow every breath to center us, to remind us, to guide us. Every breath is a gift to our bodies, to our minds, to our souls. And it fills us with gratitude. Every cell drinks in this gratitude that we can breathe. We can anchor our knowing on our wonderful Mother Earth, who loves us and supports us. And we breathe. And we know that all is well in this present moment. And let us take this knowing into the silence. And as we breathe, we say yes. Every breath is a yes. As we prepare today to release anything that does not serve us any longer, we can use the breath to release it. Our breath is one of our greatest gifts, for it brings us to the present moment, where all is well. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
I've been caught sideways out here on the crossroads, trying to buy back the pieces I lost of my soul. It's hard when these thoughts won't get off your back. It's like carrying around the past in 100-pound sack. Today I'm gonna keep on walking. I'm gonna hold my head up high. I'm gonna leave it all behind. Today I'm gonna stand out in the rain. Let it wash it all away. Yeah, wash it all away. I'm gonna let it go. Oh, oh, yeah. I'm gonna let it go. Oh, oh, yeah. Skeletons and ghosts are hiding in the shadows, threatening me with all the things that they know. Choices and mistakes, they all know my name. But I'm looking, holding on to all that pain. Today, gonna keep on walking. Gonna hold my head up high. I got no more tears to cry. Today, gonna stand out in the rain. Let it wash it all away. Yeah, wash it all away. Gonna let it go. Oh, oh, yeah. Gonna let it go. Oh, yeah. I know, it's all about forgiving. I know, I'm gonna start living. Today, gonna keep on walking. I'm gonna hold my head up high. I'm gonna leave it all behind. Gonna let it go. Oh, oh, yeah. I'm gonna let it go. Oh, oh, yeah.
Thank you. We're going to let it go, guys. Today's the day. You psyched? Okay. I have a little proverb for you. What are you afraid of? Sophia asked her student. The student replied, the future. I have no idea what tomorrow will bring. Sophia laughed. You are afraid of tomorrow, not realizing that yesterday is just as dangerous. Today's the day we get to examine the thoughts, attitudes, and beliefs that no longer serve us. We let them go. Yay! We're coming up on the new year, and this is one of our very important spiritual tools. When we're ready for new energy, new ideas, new relationships, new projects, it's always helpful to take an inventory of what no longer serves us. Last year, our house underwent a major renovation, and we had to spend weeks and weeks going through all of our stuff to see what to keep, what to throw away, what to put in storage. It was a very tedious process. But when we got to move back into our new space, we were amazed at the results. Completely transformed. Amazing. Our guideline was, what would we want to have in our new house? And that helped inform our decisions. As you can imagine, we got rid of about 80% of our stuff. And there's no way we wanted to bring all that old energy back into our beautiful new space. And we're now enjoying our new house. And this year, we're ready to purge even more, as some of our clutter did end up following us home. And it's the same with our psyche. The spiritual growth requires that we do a spiritual house cleaning every once in a while. I recommend quarterly, like use the solstice, use the equinoxes as a time to kind of re-examine and just take a little spiritual inventory of what are we keeping and what are we letting go. Here's a wonderful little Zen parable that I came across that I think helps to illustrate this point. If a man is crossing a river and an empty boat collides with his own skiff, even though he had a bad-tempered man, he will not become very angry. But if he sees a man in the boat, he will shout at him to steer clear. If the shout is not heard, he will shout again and yet again and again and begin cursing. And all because there is somebody in the boat. Yet, if the boat were empty, he would not be shouting and not angry. If you can empty your own boat crossing the river of the world, no one will oppose you. No one will seek to harm you. So we get to empty our boats today. We in Unity have the teaching of the 12 powers, one of which is renunciation or elimination. And Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, said this: thoughts are things. They occupy space in the mental field. A healthy state of mind is attained and continued when the thinker willingly lets go of the old thoughts and takes on the new. Letting go of what has been is an important step for us because it's only in the releasing that which no longer serves us that we can make room. We got to make room. It's like that house. You can only fit so much stuff. And if you want to change something, you got to clean it out. You got to let it go. So we get to re-examine our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, and our actions. And go, is this something I want to keep, or is this serving me? Do I want to take this into the new year, or is it time to release that? So as we release, we open ourselves up to receive and be blessed, sometimes in ways that we couldn't have thought of if we had been holding on to that stuff. But letting go and changing can be scary, as we know. It means change, means transformation. In order to have what we've never had before, we must be what we've never been before and do what we've never done before. Albert Einstein said, anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. So that's what this is about. This is about cleaning out and then taking that risk, taking that chance. I'm going to try something new. We being and doing things differently to have a different, more expanded experience of life. We have to expand ourselves and try new things. Remember that old aphorism, you can't want new stuff in your life if you're not willing to change the way you think or the way you feel. You know, it's like when you doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result, a different result. Well, no, that doesn't happen. So we have to try new stuff. We have to dare. We have to dare, you guys, right? And what we tend to do, because we're humans, and we have this little animal inside of us that doesn't like change, that wants to stay safe, right? And so we have to dare. We have to dare to think new thoughts, dare to try new things, dare to let stuff go. Because change disrupts our comfort zone. Oh no. It means we have to risk. It means we must depend on the divine wisdom that we are, that guides every step of our journey as we call it forth and allow it. Okay, in the meditation, I asked you to get to that place where you just know, that quiet, still place. and allow that to inform this process of release so that you can create room in your psyche for new ideas, new exciting projects, whatever comes to mind. The rewards are great. When we take the time to do that housekeeping every so often, the rewards are great. Great joy and expansiveness comes when we can trust our inner wisdom, let go, and allow new growth, new life experiences, and opportunities to become part of our daily lives. Think of a time when you stepped out of your comfort zone and you took a chance. Call that to mind. How did it feel? What did you have to let go of in order to do that thing? Think about that. An example from my own life is when I applied to be a presenter at the Parliament of the World's Religions. This is an organization that brings together thousands of people from literally all over the planet, from all walks of life and all faiths, for a week-long conference. And there's all kinds of, it's a fabulous experience. It's only every so many years because it takes a lot to put it on. But there's music and there's dance and there's lectures and symposia and workshops. It's an incredible experience. And when I learned about the conference from my seminary, I got this hit to apply to present because they were calling for papers and presenters, and I thought, well, maybe I could do that. And I had to go up against all kinds of inner turmoil to, who am I to do this? How dare I? Little me, what? Could I do this? You can imagine all the little voices that were trying to talk me out of this. The doubt, the self-deprecation kind of came pouring out of this. But I persevered. I had to be willing to push through all those limiting voices, as well as do all the work involved in completing the application. There was a tremendous amount of resistance there. But I persevered. And to my surprise, my incredible surprise, I was accepted. And you can imagine, I was like, what? I was just totally over the moon. And had I stayed in my comfort zone, I wouldn't have had one of the most amazing experiences in my life. To be in the company of thousands of people from all over the planet was, to say the least, amazing. I learned an incredible amount and had a blast leading my workshop. So today's the day. What do you want to go for? What are you ready to let go of? What are you ready to release? What limiting story have you been telling yourself for years that you're ready to surrender? Remember that life is meant to move and change and be dynamic. Life is activity. Life is flow, vibrancy, choice, forward movement. Life is meant to express us. Our very nature is life. We are divine life expressing. And when we allow life to flow us, we are in for a dynamic ride. We can write a new story where life is dynamic, experience of being guided by divine wisdom within. We are prospered by the infinite abundance we are, and we experience love because love is who we are. And we are strong because strength is who we are. Those are just some of the possibilities available to us from claiming and allowing life. Can you say yes with me? Yes. But what we have to do is we have to fully feel that freedom of release. We gotta let it go. We gotta let go of that stuff. Gotta let go of our story. We have to be willing. Are you willing? Are you willing to let it go? That's the first piece. Are you willing to put down this burden? Are you willing to see yourself in a different way? Are you willing to see the world in a different way? Are you willing to see your friends and your family in a different way? That's the first piece of this, is willingness. And so, on this day, it is time for us to release those judgments we have about ourselves and others. It is time to release those remembrances of ourselves when we didn't show up the way we wanted to, as love or compassion or forgiveness. It's time for us to release holding on to our fears, those thoughts and feelings that keep us from stepping out of what's comfortable in order to have the dreams and desires of our heart. Those things that keep us from boldly stepping out into the new territory and discovering more and more of what we are and what we can express. Life is about expansion. It's time for us to honor what has been and what we have done, and whether we see it as positive or negative, and make way for what is next, the good that is awaiting us. Today is a new day. We start anew today. Today is the day we claim the freedom that we already are. Yay! Give me a yes, guys. Yes. Yay! Are you ready?
Yes.
Are they saying yes on the chat? We got the chat going right now. Say yes, guys. Come on. You know you want to. So this morning, we have the opportunity to release those old thoughts and of things that don't serve us any longer. And we're going to do this wonderful releasing ritual that we so love called the burning bowl. So the way it looks is this. We'll go into meditation, and in that space of quiet stillness and awareness, you'll be guided to what is yours to write down on a piece of paper and that you're ready to let go of for good. Now, in the way at home, you can write it on a piece of paper and then shred it. You could write it on a piece of paper and dissolve it in warm water. If you're at home, you're at your home doing this. So just think about that. But have a piece of paper ready to write down those things that you're ready to let go of. What I have done, since we're doing this COVID style, what I have done is I went into my own meditation earlier, and I wrote down a list of 52 things that I think cover most of the bases of what people might want to release. And I will name them and burn them. And then when I'm done burning my list, if there's anything that hasn't been listed, I'll invite you to put a word in the chat, just one word in the chat, and Lorna's monitoring the chat. And so she'll tell me that word, and we'll release it. So we'll probably have time for a few more once we're done, and then we'll move on to the next part. So, and you can continue, again, you can do this process at home in your own leisure as well. So as you see the flash paper extinguish itself, just hold that knowing that it is going away. The energy has been sent back into the ethers to be recycled as something else, okay? As you are still, keep allowing the release to take root in the depth of your soul. So once it's released, sometimes things kind of want to creep back because it's a habit. We have these habits. Our negative thoughts, our negative feelings become habits. We just sort of get into this habitual way of thinking. And so this process is designed to sort of interrupt that habit. And yet, tomorrow, if you find that stuff trying to creep back in, banish it. Say, hey, I burned you up yesterday. Go. Stop in the name of love. Imagine the Supreme sitting there and going, stop in the name of love. And so use your sense of will to keep that stuff from trying to creep back into your psyche. Do your best with that. Okay, so we're going to go into our sort of meditative process here. Take a deep breath. Get your paper ready. And so I invite you just to look back over the last year. The events, the words spoken, the people, the limited ways you showed up, the ways you think you could have done better, the ways you're still holding on to the past, the fears, the hesitations, the doubts, the limiting beliefs you still believe about yourself, even though you hear on Sunday you are whole and complete. Maybe you don't feel that way all the time. Bring to mind a dream or a desire that you have that's not yet unfolded in your life. And allow divine wisdom to bring to your heart something that you can release to open up the space for that thing to demonstrate in your life. Whatever it is, are you willing to release at this time and make way for a new possibility? We acknowledge and bless what has been. Reflect upon the blessings you've received, the growth opportunities that you've had. Know that you've grown and expanded yourself regardless of how you might see it or judge yourself. And when you're ready, write down on your paper at home what you're being called to release. And know that what is happening within your soul. The spirit of love that is you is lifting whatever has felt heavy and limited from your very being. Releasing whatever has felt burdensome and not the truth of you as a divine being. You are free. You have always been free. You just might not have felt it or really known it. See yourself loved and filled and surrounded with divine light, love, and peace. Feel yourself renewed. We release anger. We release shame. We release resentment. We release guilt. We release unforgiveness. We release judgments. We release prejudices. We release the papers. We release victimhood. We release a sense of powerlessness. We release feelings of lack. We release feelings of inferiority. We release feelings of failure and regrets. We release sense of weakness. We release procrastination. We release avoidance and resistance to change. We release stubbornness. We release a sense of separation. We release clutter. We release feelings of overwhelm or a sense of uncertainty. We release dwelling on past mistakes. We release limiting thinking. We release frustration, busyness. Release a fear of letting go, impatience, a sense of loss. We release apathy, a sense of despair, a sense of futility. We release feelings of hopelessness, feelings of hate, feelings of disappointment. We release limiting relationships. We release a sense of unworthiness, feeling adrift, feeling ungrounded. We release jealousy, feelings of not measuring up. We release addiction, self-pity, intolerance, chronic stress, a sense of not enough time. There's anything that hasn't been said that you would like to add. Thank you. And Michael brought us some more papers. Thank you, Michael. Is there anything that we would add?
Yes. We release all obstacles to oneness. We release fear of the present. Release shame and failure. Release self-doubts and insecurities. And someone has shared that they already feel lighter.
Wonderful. And I release the fact that my papers got burned up. Oh well. So we breathe into this moment. We breathe that sense of release. It is done. We let it go. We are free. We're going to sing together. We're going to sing this wonderful song to cement our release together.
Right now.
feel free? Let's affirm together with gusto. I am free. I am unlimited. I choose to know, claim, and express this truth right here and right now. And so it is. Let's all say yes together.
Yes.
Marvelous. You have a new attitude, a new way of being, a new understanding of what you are. You are new. You are free. And just know that as you hold this intention of newness in your mind and your body and your spirit, in this present moment, use your breath to remind you, use your breath to bring you back to this moment. The universe will rush in to support you and your new intention. The way is made clear for you to be and express all that you are. And so it is. Mwah. And now Lorna will come up and share our prosperity wisdom.
And now, this is our time to give from our unlimited abundance and open hearts. Thank you for going to our website or newsletter to give your gifts online. You can also text to give. Here is a prosperity wisdom reminder from Eckhart Tolle. Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. As we each give, we affirm this offering blessing. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am so grateful.
There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go, let it go. And this is what I have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I release and I let go, and let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Awesome. And now let us sing our closing songs. Thanksgiving week, relishing the freedom that you feel. And happy, happy, happy New Year. Bye-bye.